We'll end with the move being on the downside, so no rescue, late moves coming through. Just 85, not just, but 85 points lower. 18,325 is where the market will end at, around where the market will end at. And bulk of this move coming in, post 3 p.m. So that's a sharp cut we are looking at. The banks index, the bank Nifty, I think we should just take a quick look. It's down 0.25%, but will end just 0.2% lower. Off the highs by quite a bit. Autos, apart from banks, autos, IT and consumers are sectors which sold off. So the maximum under pressure. PSU banks, perhaps the only lone large sector which was higher by 0.5%. HDFC and HDFC Bank were big reasons why there was pressure. There was Mahindra & Mahindra, there was Titan. Tata Motors recovered and then sold off again in the last hour. There were a few gainers as well. Tata Consumer, Adani Enterprises and L&T. Actually, only 3 names on the Nifty with gains of over 1%. But overwhelmingly, even on the Nifty, you had almost about 35 stocks which were lower. Market breadth in the broader space was also negative today. Nigel.
Well, actually, but from the broader markets, there were some select gainers that did pretty well. Union Bank continues its dream run, was up closer to 6.5%. Shriram Transport, their NCLT nod and their effective record date as well for the merger did come out. So that stock ended with a gain of around 3.5%, though it came off a little bit from the top. NBCC, well, that one was up closer around 5% by the time we wound up. But otherwise, there were more number of losers than gainers, so there'll be plenty of stocks that were under pressure. Hindustan Copper, well, valuation-wise, the stock looks expensive. We had a bit of a crack in, base metal prices overnight, so that stock reacted as well, was down 5%. Info Edge, that one, in fact, did come in for some selling today. India Cements saw a bit of a pullback. It ran up to around 260, but from there, again, it's taken a bit of a knock. Dixon Technologies as well was under some pressure in trade today. Though from the broader markets, well, there were a few stocks that did pretty well in trade. You had Genus International. They won an order, to execute an order. So with regard to mapping, so Genus was up closer around 5%. The volumes out there were higher than normal. On the flip side, Paytm, that one was down 10%. You had a couple of other names. PC Jeweler was locked in lower circuit with a cut of around 5%. And Axis Cage as well did go home with a loss of closer around 5% or thereabouts. So it was that sort of a day. Well, the Nifty dipped in the last 60 minutes or so. For majority of the trading session, it was quite a boring session. But otherwise, from the lows, we did see a bit of a recovery towards the end of close. Though on a closing basis, the Nifty will end closer to around that 18,350 odd mark. The Nifty Bank as well goes home with a cut of closer around 100 points. And the mid-cap index ending with a cut of around 0.5%. And that's been a bit of a worry in the last few days. The breadth of the market hasn't been great.